Welcome back to virtual class. So here we are going to learn some programs in Visual Basic. This is my folder. You can see Visual Hello. In this folder I don't have anything. So I have to create my first project now. So go to the Microsoft Visual Basic 6.0. Now what you have to do, just create your standard exe project. Okay, so you can see. So if it is not there also, suppose all the windows are not there, so how to bring it back to this project? So you have to go for view, project explorer. You got your project explorer. There you can navigate through the forms. Then you want your toolbox, view toolbox. Then view properties window. Okay, click on the form 1. You will get your form designer window. Okay, if you want immediate window, view, which one, immediate windows. Okay, it is coming down. Okay, so this is immediate window. Now we are doing some programs. Okay, for that look at here, this is your form. If I'm double clicking on this form, so what is coming, this is one function is coming. This is not called as function, this is called as procedure. Okay, this is the procedure. Okay, and this is called, and what type of event it contain, it contain the program event. Okay, so the event name is called a load event. Form always contain which event, load event. Okay, so next if you click, it will come, double click on it. I am taking one command button. Okay, I will take one label. I will take one text box. Okay, so here you can see what is the name here, text1. What is the name here, label 1. So here text 1 is there. You don't want to go to the text property of the text 1 and you just delete there. Then label 1 is there, you write something there. Welcome to Visual Basic class. Okay, so here command button, click. What is the name here? Name is for command 1. Caption on top of it, what is written, command 1. I'm just changing. I'm changing to show. Okay, now look at here. If I'm double clicking on this command 1 button, what got created, you can see private sub command 1 underscore click. So this command 1 is the control name and this click is the event name. So I have given the, what is the event I have given, click event given. Click is your mouse event. Okay, so in the, and this full, this is called your event procedure. What is called your sub and end sub, this is because this is called contain event, so it is called your event procedure. When you will click on this button, then this procedure has to be invoked. So now like that also, even form also, it is the label also. If you click on the label also, double click it, what you will get, you will get your label is also contain which event, click event. Okay, so now what you have to do, so I will take only one event. You can go to the code like this. Okay, you don't want label event, so look at here. So I'm going to change the font size here. Okay, here you can go to the label font, where it is font is there, you can change the font. So I'm making it bold. I am increasing the size too, and you can select the font face. So it is coming like this, we don't want. Okay, so it's coming, welcome to Visual Basic class. And here also you can go to the show also. So here you can click here. In this you can change the font size. So I'm changing to suppose 18. Okay, it's coming. Now just double click on the form. Okay, I'm just writing here, but what I am writing, text1 dot txt equal to hello world, and label1 dot caption equal to welcome home. You can see these are two things I've done. When I will click on command 1, this two thing has to be done. Text 1 will contain hello world, and label spelling is wrong, so LABLE. Okay, label, so it is LABEL only. Label 1 dot caption welcome home. I'm just executing now. So if I'll click on show button, what will come? Text 1 will come hello world, and text label 1 will contain welcome home. Okay, so now we will work with this label event only. Label only, I'm just clicking. Okay, if I am just click on it and give something, suppose if I will write, if I click on the label, I will get text1 dot equal to, I will write suppose welcome home. So look at here, if I'm clicking on the label 1, what text 1 will get? Welcome home. Let's execute. I'm clicking, so what is coming? So for that means click event is also applicable for your label. Okay, so now suppose again I'm changing something other than that. So I'm writing here label 1 dot caption equal to, what I will write here, something I will write here, Vision India. Okay, so let's see it is working or not, we will see. So now you run it. So welcome to Visual Basic. Okay, like that. So if I'm clicking on this label, two things will happen. Here also this text will change, text 1, and here the label caption will change. So it is working fine. So this is your first VB program. Okay, and now let's do the program using operators. Okay, there are three types of operator: arithmetic operator, relational operator, and logical operator. We have to do the programs. So we have to save this project. How to save the project? File, save project. My project is on the desktop. My folder is on the desktop. So here I given the name Visual Hello. So open, you save the form1.frm. So now you have to save the project name. Okay, so here I am giving my visual project, okay, then save it. Okay, so now what I told, I want to do program using operators. So for that, what you have to do, right click on the form only, then what you have to do, add form. So now I'm adding form, open. So this is your second form. Okay, this is your second form. I will work in now second form. So see, now I will take one button. Okay, there are three types of operator. No, there are three types of operator. One is your first one is your which one? I will write top on it. I will go to the caption. I will write arithmetic operator. Correct. Arithmetic operator. this one, arithmetic operator. Here I will do relational operator, and you click on it. Caption I'm changing. Here is called logical operator. Okay, so now, so you just click on the arithmetic operator. Okay, I will write dim a as integer. This is the declaration of variable. Dim is for declaring variable and integer is the data type. Dim b as integer. Okay, so next I will write here, I will assign some value. A equal to suppose 20, b equal to suppose 6. Okay, so now what I will do, I will use all the operators. I will print. This print will print the whatever is there, it will print it on the form. So I will print, first one is, I will do print a plus b. So 20 plus 6, what should come? 26. Then I will type print a minus b. Correct. Then print a into b. Then print a divided by, see there are two types of division. This is your division. Your decimal part will come for this division. And another is called integer division. You just do correction. A divided, this is your integer division. So there are two types of division. So whenever you will do, you use this division symbol. Okay. So because this one is your integer division, answer that means 20 divided by 6. Okay, no? So here some point will come. But here only the integer part will come, decimal part will not come. Okay. So 6 2 ja 18. So the 20 divided by 6 means what will come? 2 point something will. But here only 2 will come. But here the answer 2 point will come. So now here print a to the power. So exponent, we will use the exponent symbol 6. You can see exponent symbol b. So that means 20 raised to the power 6. It will come very big number. Okay. So in this case, I can directly write here, if it is a very big number, I will simply write suppose 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3 means what? 8 will come out. 2 into 2 into 2 means what? 3. Like 5 raised to the power 2 means 25. So we can test it. Okay, after the print, we will next which one you have to use? Minus suppose 8. This is the unary operator. Now test it now. So I have to execute. But wait, if I will execute, my form 1 is executing. But I want to execute form 2. How I can execute? So what you have to do, first save the form. Okay, I've saved the form 2, save it. After saving, you go for project properties. Now you have to change your startup object. Your startup object is your form 1. Now change this to form 2. Okay, now okay. Now you go for the run or here start button, you click it. So it is executing. So I have written the code only inside the which button? Command 1 button. This is command 1 button, command 2 button, command 3 button. Top what you can see, that is called your caption. If I'm clicking on it, you can see how the answer is coming. Look at here, I can show you. So first print what? 20 plus 6, 26 came. Okay, next one what came? 20 minus 6, 14 came. A into B means what? 120 came. A divided by B means what? 3.333 came. A divided by B means what? 20 by 6. Sorry, 6 3 ja 18. 6 3 ja 18. So 3.3. So 3 here. This is the normal division and this is the integer division. Okay. You can see this is your normal division and this is your integer division and this is raised to the power 2 raised to the power 3. 2 into 2 into 2. and this is your 20 was that minus 20. Okay, so this is 2 raised to the power 3 is there. Now if I will change it to suppose 5 raised to the power 2, that is 5 into 5. Okay, so what answer will come? 25. So you see 25 is coming. Okay, okay, so this is it. This is all about your arithmetic operator. Using arithmetic operator we built the which expression? This is your arithmetic expression, operand 1, operand 2 operator. So this is arithmetic expression, a plus b, a minus b, a into b, a divided by b, a divided by b, 5, 5 exponent 2 means 5 raised to the power 2, then minus a. These are your arithmetic expression. Now let's move to the relational operator. Okay, just I'm clicking on the relational operator, and one more thing you can see, this is your immediate window. Okay, in this immediate one window also you can do the same thing what we have done. Okay, just now same thing, look at your immediate window, you can see. So I will declare a, then so a as integer. So directly if you want to execute, you no need to declare. So just you just write, suppose the variable a equal to same thing 20, b equal to 6, enter, then print a plus b. Answer is coming. Then print a minus b. Okay, now print 6 raised to the power 6 exponent 2. So what will come? 6 and 6, 36. It is coming or not? The same thing also you can do in the immediate window. Okay, so now go for the relational operator. So we have to learn, just this is a relational operator. This I'm clicking, what is the button name? Command 2. You just double click it. If you will double click, what will happen? This event procedure appear. Event procedure for command 2 will appear. So here what we will do? We will do the same thing. Dim a as integer, okay, so now, and yes, dim b as also integer. So using relational operator we have to build relational expression, which is also called as condition. So now what we have to do, we have to assign some value. A equal to suppose 30, a equal to suppose 35, okay, b equal to suppose, okay, b equal to suppose 15, or b equal to suppose 6. Okay, now see what will happen. Print. So will which one? Relational operator will always return boolean type of value, means either true or false. Let's start. Suppose first one, if a, whether a is greater than b, true or false, tell me. Obviously 35 is greater than 6, true. Okay, now see, next I will see whether 35, that means a is less than b. So what answer will come? False will come. So 35 is not less than 6. So first true answer, next one is false answer. So let's execute. So relational operator. So here a spelling mistake was there. Okay, now again execute. See how it came? True. 35 is greater than 6. True. So that's why true came, and 35 is less than 6. This condition is false. Okay, so now let's try for other operator also. Greater than, less than. Next operator, suppose print equal operator, a equal to b, is a equal to b, false will come. Then print a not equal to less than, greater than symbol you have to use together. Okay, so a not equal to b. Okay, now see, so for this, so a equal to b, what will come here? True. False will come. 35 is equal to 6, false. 35 not equal to 6, true. So look at how the answer will come. See, it came. What it came? Look at here. This is your false. This is your true. Okay. This is for and the program. Okay. Like the what are the operators we are having? Like the print a greater than equal to b, print a less than equal to b. Okay. So we will see how the output will come. So arithmetic operator, these are the answer. Relational operator, these are the answer. True, false, because you know relational expression always return Boolean type of value. Boolean means what? Either true or false. 0 for false, 1 for true. Let's move on to logical operator. I want to explain logical operator. Look at here. Now go for logical operator. Okay, here. So I will directly print. Okay, print 4 is greater than 6. Okay, suppose 68 is greater than 4 and the operator what I have used and 7 is less than 15. But look at here in the case of A and what do you know? You know if what is the rule? The first 68 is greater than 4, true. 7 is less than 15, true. So true, true. What will happen? True. So the answer should come true. Look at here now. So what answer came? True. But how? Suppose instead of that, okay, so here suppose I have written 68 is less than 4. Okay, this condition is false. 68 is less. This is the condition 1. This is the condition 2. This is your one relational expression 1. This is the relational expression 2. So logical operator, here what is the logical operator? And is used to combine two or more relational expression. So 68 is less than 4, false. 7 is less than 15, true. False, true. Answer should come what? False. Okay. So false, true. Answer should come what? See, false will come. Okay. So this is your AND operator. Okay. Next, look at here now. Now print. Now we will use which operator? OR operator. Okay. Anything. 78 equal to 89 or 9 not equal to 5. Look at here. Is 78 is equal to 89? True or false? False. Is 9 not equal to 5? True. So false, true, true. If any one of, in the case of OR operator, if any one of the condition, this is a condition 1, condition 2. If any one of the condition is true, the result should be true. But in the case of AND operator, if one of the condition is false, the result has to be false. So when both the condition is true, then only the result will come true for AND. But in the case of OR, if any one of the condition is true, the result has to be true. So in the next videos, we will do lots of programs, okay, using these operators and control structures. So see you in the next video.